Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of the Kicking Back podcast. If you're watching, you're about to witness some history. We've got Matthew Campbell over here. Say hello. And we've got our guest today is William Jaquet.
Hello.
Yeah, from, some of you may know him from the band Big Society. Well, for people that don't know who you are, do you want to tell them a wee bit about yourself?
Okay, yeah, I wasn't prepared for that, Brad. William Jaquet. I'm just remembering what my name. From Edinburgh, Leith, Edinburgh, originally, the Athens of the North. I'm a musician. I play in a band called Big Society. Came down to Manchester in 2012. And here I am now.
And here you are now.
On the precipice of 2021.
And how has 2020 been for you, William?
Well, all things considered, I think I've got off pretty scot-free. Apart from, like, losing my income. but, like, I did the first lockdown in Edinburgh. I went back to the family house, and that was just the best thing to do.
Right.
Because it was just very secure and safe, and there was always, like, sun-dried tomatoes in the cupboard. You know.
Are you, like, when you say sun-dried tomatoes, are you, like, what are you doing, like, picking them out of the jar? And
Well,
eating
recently
as
I
is,
picked
or?
them out the jar, drained off the oil a bit, and then I sort of dice them,
Ooh.
stick them in a salad. Haven't managed to
Lovely
buy feta yet, so I'm using cheddar cheese.
Like blocks or like...
No, like sort of nicely shaved.
Ooh.
Nice one.
You know, you're digging on that? Anchovies inside olives. Big time.
Okay.
I had them for the first time the other day. They were kind of freaky, but I liked it.
Within what dish?
Just on their own, just as a side homage, if you will. Yeah, it was
I do.
nice. It's very nice.
Yeah. So,
Very nice.
yeah. So,
Very nice.
what were we
Yeah,
saying? That's what, and then that was first lockdown.
Right.
2020 we were talking about.
We were, yeah.
It's been fine, all things considered. I've written like dozens of songs. I'm never gonna write this many songs in my life,
Yeah.
apart from 2020. And the band's kept nice and busy, and I've got my health. How about you? How's it been for you and you?
Well, yeah, Matt, how's it been for you?
It's been all right, I'd say.
Been okay.
Yeah, it's been fine. Just in a massive music hole. To be fair,
Hole?
a hole. Yeah, that I haven't escaped. I've gone down a rabbit hole with a lot of things. So yeah.
What was the last thing you went down a hole?
I listened to all Shostakovich's preludes and fugues.
The old Shostakovich hole.
That was like about 3 hours later. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, that was the last thing I did.
Nice.
And playing Shostakovich.
Not yet.
Because you're
Trying.
playing keys.
Yeah. That's a new thing for me. That was the day after lockdown got announced. I realized it was like, right, that's it. Yeah, because I'd always wanted to, and I realized like it's actually an amazing opportunity because I don't have to go and see anyone. I can't go and see anyone if I wanted to now. So yeah, that's where I've been, man.
Nice. So would you say overall it's been a positive year?
Positives are hard, but it has because if all the other stuff hadn't happened, then I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. So,
Yeah.
Which is a bloody good one.
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Experiment with some pretty crazy facial hair as well.
Oh, some really, really powerful mustaches and
I was saying
the chin strap was a personal favourite of mine,
does that?
Matt's. Did
When
you
I
see
first-
Matt with that?
Yeah,
it
it was
was very
incredible. When I first saw you, it was outside your house. I was standing on the street, and you came out to like the door, and he just sort of had this sort of manic eye of like he'd been inside for like 3 years, and suddenly there was somebody else there.
Is that when you'd like, because you like lost your way for a little bit?
Yeah, that was about 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, I remember. I was really worried.
Really?
I was like, I've never like. I mean, you don't really, give a toss anyway. But
Yeah.
like, this is like a whole nother.
Yeah.
So what else was he doing to cause that
I think it was
effect?
more just like like you've seen Matt wear like the crazy sort of around the house outfits.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Actually,
like like a gilet and then like some pajama bottoms and then some like flippers, like not flippers, slippers.
That was one day, man.
Just great. And then like obviously the hair was like, wasn't it?
But
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good
I'm
thing
sure
to
I'm
do.
not the only one who did that over
Absolutely
you're
not.
not
Sure.
alone, man.
You know, all our
Come on
listeners,
down
all
here.
of them must be able to relate.
Yeah, tell us if you had a bit of a crazy lockdown thing. Tell us about it. I'd love to hear about it. Did you have a crazy lockdown moment, William?
I watched 6 Star Wars films in 2 days.
Whoa,
Nice. Was that?
How about that?
that's pretty.
You seen them before?
Yeah, but I was watching like the original ones, and I must have seen them before, but I couldn't remember a lot, and so I watched them all in sequence. Empire Strikes Back was so good.
Yeah.
The second newish one
What's
called The Last Jedi,
Yeah.
the one before the last one.
Was that not Attack of the Clones?
No. I mean,
Sorry. Yeah. I know it's
I mean-
5. Episode 5 would it be? Because 3 of the new ones and then 2, so it'd be the second.
But I'm talking about all 9. Sorry. All 9, yeah.
With the right.
8.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah.
I've gone off course here,
I know
but
what you mean.
it was good.
It was good.
It was good. That was how crazy I got over lockdown.
That's
Just
not-
that and like
that's
a
fine.
few too many sherries,
Mm-hmm.
but all within the comfort of my house. There's not much you can do to get very crazy.
No.
Well, I suppose you can get
Well,
creative.
yeah, you could get pretty crazy if you wanted.
What about you?
Me, I don't. Did I? I don't know if I lost it.
You're pretty fine, man.
I was playing it cool for most of it. There's a few moments of just like utter monotony. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh my god. But apart from that, it's been pretty busy on the whole with the video stuff.
You know what I wish I had, or wish I'd done over first lockdown, is gotten a computer. I don't have one.
All right.
And downloaded Rome Total War and just in it and
George
just
approves.
strategy gamed my ass off for 3 months.
I don't. Is that like the ones where you like selecting units and you sort of?
Oh
swing
yeah,
around
but it's like so much more than that, man.
Oh,
it's
is it?
like really educational too.
What, all right. What have you learned from this?
Well, this was when I stopped playing that. Like too early, I stopped playing. Like when I was like 17.
Okay.
And you know, you were just learning all about the Roman way of life, man. But then there was like Shogun Total War, which was like set in Japan, and Napoleon Total War.
Wow.
So you're learning about all these different time periods while killing thousands of people on the battlefield.
Sounds like a dream come true, man. That sounds
You never play those games? Like,
I used to sit and watch my brother play them.
really?
Yeah, that was my thing.
You had your special seat.
Yeah. I was like, "Can I play it?" No. You'll ruin it.
Yeah.
That's
It was
great,
fun,
man.
man.
What did he play? Can you remember?
Rome Total War was massively.
Age of
but
Empires.
There was, I believe so. There's one like about Alexandria the Great. Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great. Didn't play that one. Wish I had.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything you wish you would have done over lockdown?
Ah, good question.
Thank you.
I could have deleted Just Eat off my phone before I got too far. That was the first few weeks, just like
Glass half empty. That.
yeah. There was when I got the virus, and that was that was 10 strange days. But that was just like every morning I'd order like a McDonald's,
Of course.
egg
Of
McMuffin, coffee, but I couldn't taste it. So every morning I'd wake up and I'd have that sort of same thing.
But you kind of had the want to taste it. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you would have
exactly.
just known.
Yeah.
I'll have tomato
Yeah,
soup.
yeah, that was a very, very strange time. So I wish I didn't, manage to get the virus that way. I could have sworn that one, but
What about
what about
you?
you, Brad?
What was the question?
It was, what do you wish
I wish I'd
you
done.
have done?
I wish I'd started doing this earlier.
Oh.
I guess
Nice.
because it's like why didn't I start it earlier? But we're here now. Apart from that, it's been pretty productive on the whole.
Quite busy.
Been trying to keep. I'm a sort of person that I don't like sitting around for too long, so I like being busy. So having little projects like doing this and stuff keeps me entertained. So how has all the stuff with the band been over the past?
Well, we've kept really busy. Because the first lockdown, I was just writing song after song every single day, which was probably like information overload for the other three. But it means we had this whole new mass of material. So when things started calming down a bit in the summer, we were just demoing like crazy. So we've got loads of stuff ready to go, and all pretty, like good stuff. Like, because the stuff we've done before, all the songs we've released, we've had like for at least a year beforehand.
Yeah.
Like longer. But all of this stuff was written a few months ago. We're just about to release this. We're gonna do a Christmas EP.
Oh, do you want to?
We're gonna do a Christmas EP. In aid of the Booth Centre, the homeless charity in the north of the city, and that was all just me, just like at the end of November, going, "Come on, let's just do it. That'd be hilarious." And then we were all like, "Okay, let's do that," and then it's just come together so quickly. So it just shows you how quickly you can do stuff if you because you kind of have to at some point come to the realization, like we certainly did, is that you capture a moment in time with these tunes.
Yeah, definitely.
And then it's best not to slave and keep changing things and keep changing things. So once you realize that,
capture the moment and move on.
capture the moment and be happy with that. And be happy with it.
What tunes can we expect?
Well, some of the songs I'm playing tonight.
Yes, we're going to be having a live performance with. Well, we did a live performance earlier on, so we're going to be doing. We're over here. So yeah, when we have a wee little break, you get to see William sing some of those lovely songs.
Here's some hot new material.
Hot off the press.
Off the hot shelf. Aye!
Ooh, it
Shaking it
burned.
down.
So,
And one of the songs
Yeah,
that
go
I'm
on.
doing is off the EP.
all right, okay, nice.
Off the Christmas EP.
The Christmas one.
And the song's called What Do You Mean You Won't Be Home for Christmas?
And
Love
what is that song about? If it's not clearly obvious.
Well, it's about a scenario that you may find yourself in at some point in your life where summer's gone and romance is a bloomin'. Autumn comes and it seems like it's getting a bit more serious. Christmas comes and the other half is going somewhere else for Christmas. And you've slaved and you've bought presents and you've cooked a vegetarian meal.
She's vegetarian.
She's a vegetarian.
son of a-
Or he,
Or he. Yeah, it's open for everyone.
It is open, this song. And it's just about not coming to terms with it at all. It's about being annoyed with it.
Oh, nice.
I should add that I'm good at making up narratives that have never happened to me.
Right.
This actually, I think maybe I've taken influence from other people I know.
Okay.
But I do expect it to happen to me at some point in my life. And when that time comes,
You're going to be prepared.
I've got a song.
You got a song to fucking sing it. Nice one. So, when's this EP coming out then?
That's an excellent question.
Or do we not know
And
yet?
the answer to that will be probably a week before Christmas Day, which is in like a week. But we are hammering it every day, and we're just putting the final touches on it now.
So you
Need to get
recording
artwork.
and mixing it all yourselves? Or?
Yeah, so it's all. So that's how we've been able to do it so quickly as
Right,
well.
yeah.
Is being satisfied with the sound that we can recreate in our own
Yeah.
houses and rooms and with our own gear.
Yeah.
But we are, we've got access to some half decent gear, so that's why we've been able to just hammer it out and be satisfied with that. And it sounds really when we were listening to it yesterday. Sounds good, man.
Huh? I heard the banjo.
Sounds good,
earlier.
man.
It sounded really good, man. I was
Banjo.
impressed.
There's a banjo.
There's banjo.
There's
There's
banjo in it
On-
for about a bar.
On what track?
On What Do You Mean You Won't Be Home for Christmas?
Nice.
So there's What Do You Mean You Won't Be Home for Christmas? There's a song called Let's Dance to a New Kind of Christmas. And the last song is called Listen, It's Christmas.
So they've all got the very important that they all have Christmas in, so that we know that they are
Title.
in fact Christmas songs.
So, but what we need to come up with a title for it. So, if anybody's watching, geez your ideas, because we don't have any right now. I did have one.
What was your one that you had?
My snowman's my gran.
It's in the maybe pile.
Your
I think.
reaction, both of your reactions.
It feels a bit like aggressive towards your nan, to be honest. But
Yeah, but I'm sure she would have, loved this music. She would have been very supportive. But I think maybe you're right. I mean,
it's not like a complete throw out, is it? It's just like I think it's on the maybe part.
yeah. It'd be nice if it was kind of let's not think too much about it.
No, to be honest, it might just now that we're talking about it, it might just pop into your head whilst we're chatting, like it does.
Who's that?
That is Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Eating cake. I don't know if George
In a
can get
bush.
a close up on that, to be honest. We won't be able to see it. I mean, if you watched our...
That's right.
George tried. If you watched our first RecRooms live stream over there, then you will see it in all its glory. But if you can't access that, in case you're watching this in the future, you can just Google Johnny Cash eating cake. In fact, let's get James to Google it so that everyone can see it. So just put in Johnny Cash eating cake. But I'm pretty sure it's him, like, just eating it whilst he's absolutely blazed.
Yeah, those eyes are
They're very, very red,
They're red around the
aren't they?
eye sockets. And you got Dylan pretending to play chess over there.
I know that's George's nice little picture there.
I'd say circa 65 right there.
Oh, you would you? You're a bit, well, you're quite an avid Dylan fan, aren't you?
I'm a Dylan apostle.
Apostle.
Yeah.
Did you say you listened to it all?
No, God, no.
Is there a lot? See, I've never really like that. Is there like just like a lot of it? So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
oh, we could all talk about personal journeys with like Dylan. I first listened to 65, that era,
right.
and then went back to like Times They Are Changing and Hattie Carroll. Then jumped forward because my dad liked Street Legal, which is in 1978. And then jumped back to like Blood on the Tracks. But then in the 80s, I don't think anyone's really fussed apart from diehards. There'd be some good stuff sprung about.
Right. So is there a bit of cacking?
He just wrote so much, didn't he?
Loads, yeah. He got saved in about 79.
Right.
And then did a few gospel albums, which actually have got some pretty good stuff in it. But that was the beginning of a dark decade for Robert Zimmerman.
I love his thing, man. In fact, I love all the interviews with him, just the way he answers questions. When he's talking about writing a song, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't write that one. That one was already in the house I was living in at the time, and I just like grabbed it."
Oh.
You know what I mean? Just that's all. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
And he gets asked what kind of genre he plays, and he thinks of himself as kind of a song and dance kind of guy.
Song and dance.
A song and dance.
Oh, he's so good,
He's so
man.
funny.
Right. I feel like I need to like delve again. It's like
Definitely.
it's
We'll
just
do it.
knowing where to start.
We'll do
Isn't it? So
Well, maybe you have an idea of who he is to me, so who would the equivalent be?
for me, in terms of someone that I know thoroughly well, as you can tell, we've got very quality gear in here.
Sounded good.
Let's try that again. Someone that I know. Oh God. I feel like there's a really obvious one. and it's evading me.
Uh-huh.
Matt, have you got on hand?
There's two. All right. So Justin Vernon, just everything he touches, but everyone knows that. As you famously said once, he got there first. I remember you saying that in the car. We put something on. It's like, yeah, he got there first, and I was like, I thought about it. I was like, he did. Like that sound, man, just for Emma, and yeah. I think I had like a 10-minute rant on this last podcast, so I'll probably leave it for a bit. Yeah, he's so good. And then Mark Koslick as well is
I was talking about him the other day with somebody. We were talking about the album where he wrote loads of songs about boxers, Mexican boxers.
Yeah. He's obsessed with it, isn't he?
Apparently, he's a right nasty piece of work.
Yeah, he's not a nice guy, man.
But he writes very nice music.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
And
he was in Almost Famous too.
Yeah.
Is he?
He's the guitar player, the rhythm guitar player in Almost Famous.
I did not know that.
We should watch that. I don't know why we haven't yet, to be honest.
You should.
I'll check that out, man. I'll check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know Matt's already said, but yeah, Bon Iver for me, at least from a young age, and then Nirvana, like just no, all the back.
I had you have in lockdown you had days where you'd listen to 1 hour. I listened to the isolated vocal of Smells Like Teen Spirit about 25 times.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So good.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And I always loved In Utero.
Yeah, so when I was younger, I wanted, for the longest time, I stopped myself because I thought I would regret it. I wanted the angel, the Utero, as a tattoo.
Have you got any tattoos?
No. I think if I was, that's the one I thought I was going to get as first, and now I think about it, I'm like,
Would have been cool.
I've got one tattoo, and it's not even really a tattoo, but I got really drunk one night, and my mate Richard, tattooed something on my ass.
Is that true?
Yeah, man, that's right. But it's only like a dot or a circle or.
Where
something.
were you?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember much. But I do remember that. That was the one.
So that's your tattoo.
That's my tattoo. I've got a dot on my ass. I don't think I've ever told anyone that before. So now the world knows.
Wow.
Have you got any tattoos, Will?
I don't have any tattoos. No.
Would you want one?
Not right now. Nothing's calling to me. But I'm, it's hopefully a long life, and maybe it'll. I know people who have not had any, and then in their late 40s just get covered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll do that.
No.
But no. My sister's got quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. No.
It's not my. It's Will. Have you ever wanted to get?
So I thought about getting one. If I was gonna get one, probably just on my arm or something. My dad got one.
Get? Your dad got one,
Yeah,
David Gulp.
Yeah, he got it was like Greenpeace sign.
No way.
Yeah, but so it doesn't look great. It's like it's fine. He got away with it. His friend got one the same night, and it was on his back, and it said it was Jimi Hendrix, spelt wrong, but the picture apparently it was spelled like Gimmy. And then I think it was like Hendrix as well. So it was the guy who was doing tattoos was the most drunk out of all of them. But then apparently the picture more closely resembled Bill Oddie than Jimi Hendrix. And now the guy still got it to this day. Yeah.
And your dad's got Greenpeace.
Greenpeace.
Rock on, David Gold.
Shout out to David. That's awesome.
Wherever he is.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
But no, I'd be interested one day if you just have to. Really want one though, don't you? Oh, I suppose you don't really if you're drunk enough. It might just happen.
Yeah, I guess so. But if you're in a sober mind, I feel like it has to have some sort of meaning.
I think so.
Yeah. Any have we got how many views are we on at the moment, James?
We're on 12 viewers.
All right.
Whoa!
A dozen.
Question from Ada Francis. Saying, in fact, your Christmas album should be called Big Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really good.
Or
That's
from
good.
Elliot
Whitty.
Whitty. Bigs in Blankets, the Christmas EP.
Oh, I like.
That's terrifyingly good.
I really, really like that. Can we do like polls on Twitch?
Pigs and
I think we
blankets.
can.
And Big Christmas.
We could say, well,
Okay.
you know, if people have a preference on which name they like that, then
We'll make a poll on Facebook for this next week.
what's that?
We'll make a poll on Facebook for this next week.
Okay, yeah, we'll make
Get all
a
the best
Facebook
names
post,
and we'll vote on it.
and you can pick what name. But keep the suggestions coming.
Will, are you going to agree to pick the name from the Facebook poll?
Yeah,
If
absolutely,
it's
yeah.
something good, obviously.
Christmas, McChristmassy.
What about like Big Christmas Society?
No.
Have you got
For those that didn't hear that online, George suggested Big Christmas Society.
He's been sitting on that a while.
that nest egg.
guys, check this one out.
Have you thought?
That's great stuff, man.
Okay, a poll, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Poll from the masses.
Yeah. Let's see what all 12 people.
Do we see that on the up here?
No, I don't think we
We'll
will.
collate it at the
Oh,
end and run it over the next week for you.
Okay.
And then send letters out to people who won the prize.
Of choosing the name.
Yeah.
Just get a letter.
CBBC.
Yeah.
A big
What's
thumbs
some
up.
other good Christmas? I know Christopher Lee, aka Saruman. He came out with a Christmas album, it was Jingle Hell, which is like a metal album.
Oh, yeah.
He's like the elder statesman of horror.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, it was.
It's rest
Not
not,
his soul.
very talented man, but not so talented in the songwriting department. But worth a check out anyway. you know?
Great name. Great.
Yeah, what's your like go-to Christmas album then, Will?
We have one in my you've got family Christmas albums,
Yeah.
don't you? And it's Bruce Cockburn, Canadian. You know Bruce Cockburn, and he's got an album called Christmas, and it's just pure delightful. So we listen to that.
What kind of... I've never heard of this. Chris, what's it called? Chris?
Bruce Cockburn's the
Bruce.
artist. Christmas.
Christmas.
Bruce Cockburn is the guy, and the album, but he's amazing. He's an amazing player and singer. So yeah, that, and then the McGarrigle Sisters one I was telling you about is really nice. I always really like listening to. You remember the Fleet Foxes' first album?
That is one of my favourite albums like ever.
Really?
Yeah, I adore that album. So you have that as a little Christmas...
Because it's got a real
It's
kind of
got,
like
yeah.
wintry vibe.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. That's a good choice.
Maybe we can all sing it now. I was following the I was following the I was following the I was following the I was following.
Thank you.
Yeah, rip roaring. Rip roaring. Can we see that Johnny Cash eating cake picture, James? Just pull them up. Yeah, that's the full
Absolutely melted.
under some sort of bush, I think.
Johnny Cash under a bush eating an ice cream cake.
Oh, is it ice cream cake?
I don't know. I took a shot in the dark.
I've never had ice cream cake.
Never been interested myself.
didn't know that
Never
was-
been interested.
What's your favourite dessert? Straight in there. No messing around.
Great question. And there's a vast array. There's a Scottish dessert called Cranachan,
Oh, right. What's that?
which is cream, James, cream. What else is in it? James? Oats.
Mike James. Mike James.
Oats, whiskey, honey, and raspberries, which is pure delicious, man. I also like mint choc ice cream.
Mm.
I've recently come into the chocolate puddings that have like chocolate, and they're warm.
It's like melted on the inside.
Aye.
Yeah. What are they called? Are they just like a...
Don't look at me, man.
I don't know.
I don't know, but they're really good.
Like proper gooey and they just... Yeah.
Exactly. And over second lockdown with my better half, we got really into watching MasterChef. And goodness gracious me, those guys can cook. MasterChef's the professionals.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
None of that celebrity shite.
Would you consider yourself a good cook?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I have the potential to be like everyone does. You know, everyone has the potential to be able to draw. I can't draw, but you know what I mean. And I can rustle up I rustled up a salad today, sun dried, cheese,
Cheddar.
olives, and I made I'm getting really good at vinaigrettes.
Oh, okay, nice one. What's your like showstopper? You got someone coming around. You're gonna cook them dinner.
Yeah, well,
What's that?
I'd make this salad with the vinaigrette, but stick that on the side, because that's like that'll lift the plate, sharpen up the palate. I'd probably make like a gourmet grilled cheese.
Okay.
Ooh, what would be involved in said?
Chutney, lots of butter, black pepper, sun-dried tomatoes.
Olives.
I mean, it all sounds good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, to be honest.
And then maybe like, what have I got in the side salad? So it would need like, what can you do though if the main's like a bready dish? You'd have to be satisfied with a grilled cheese and a side salad.
Could you have it with like wedges or something, or is that too much
I don't know.
garbage?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Been making my own chips though too. That's pretty good.
Sweet potato chips, obviously. The better potato.
I bloody wish.
Bloody way.
Can you cook? Are you good at cooking? You can cook, can't
I
you?
can cook, man.
Matt's a good
I've cooked
cook.
for you many times.
Yeah.
Matt, what's your showstopper?
I don't have a showstopper, man. I make a lot of quinoa, which is
Quinoa?
quinoa.
Queen
I don't know. I just make loads.
Yeah, but
I
quinoa
don't.
In what dish?
Yeah, I just make mountains of food, man. Just huge bowls of food. I wouldn't say it's great, but there's a lot of it, so that counts.
It's your breakfast.
What's my breakfast? Porridge
Quinoa.
every single morning. Quinoa for breakfast. No, porridge, man.
Porridge.
Chop a banana, maple syrup.
Get
Yeah.
that muscle tone.
You know it?
You got your gym outside?
You do?
Hard bodies.
Yeah, man.
Brantingham Road hard bodies.
Yeah, work hard, play hard, man.
That's right.
That's the way we do it here.
Play hard and keep 'em happy.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Speaking of gym routines, well, what's your go-to at the moment?
Actually, there was a couple of months period this year where I was. I had a free weight.
I was expecting a zoom in there.
Boing.
Cities.
Good picture that, isn't it?
It's great.
Yeah, showing on guns, mate. Whoa.
What was I? Free weight, and then I had a kettlebell, and I kind of matched the free weight to the kettlebell's
Good.
weight, and then.
It's good.
But then like lunges
Nice.
and rows, inverted
Those are good.
rows.
Yeah.
Look at you, man.
But I cycle. I'm a cyclist, so that's all I really do for my exercise. But I cycle everywhere
That's good, man.
in anger.
You got a decent bike, or is it?
You know, mine's got nicked
Oh, you're
in
joking.
August, and that was a great hybrid bike. But so I got on Gumtree. I got this Claude Butler for £110 with loads of nice little, like 2 extra saddles and and a puncture kit and like, all this great stuff. 110 quid, and it's a Claude Butler, which for people in the know.
You're actually sponsored by Claude Butler, aren't you?
Bloody well should be. That. Claude Butler. For people in the know.
Thanks for that, Will. That was nice. Have we had any more name suggestions on the album? We have not.
What, no one's pure speaking, man?
We haven't got any other comments. Okay, so sorry, yeah, I just realised. So this is episode camera 2. This is episode 1 of the Kicking Back podcast. We are here with the wonderful Matthew Campbell and William. Come on, George, keep up. And William Jaquet. We're going to be doing this weekly, I hope. So keep your eyes peeled out for that, as well as our RecRooms sessions. Will's band, Big Society, are going to be putting out a Christmas EP. Isn't that right, Will?
That's right, man.
And
may I say, it's a bloody pleasure to be here.
oh well, you know, it's an honour to have you as our very first guest.
Thank you.
You're doing very well thus far.
Thanks.
Thus far. Thus far. So yeah, Will's band are putting out a Christmas EP, and they haven't come up with a bloody name yet. So
We need a title.
they need a title, and the title of the band's Big Society. And if you haven't checked them out, where can you find them, Will? Online?
On all good streaming services, yeah. We've recently opened up a Bandcamp, which is where the EP will be sold, and the money is going to the Booth Centre in Cheetham Mill homeless charity.
Nice, man.
Brad.
Very, very nice with him. And what else can they buy on your Bandcamp if they find that they like it?
Merchandise. Oh, we got loads of merchandise.
Go on, take us through.
We've got T-shirts, and we're looking at what I really want to get is a nice sweater. That's not really the type of... Well, that's the shape of it, but you know, like the Nike grey.
Yeah, like a slim
Big
fit
Society.
kind of
Aye.
vibe.
But like, and we've got T-shirts that are really nice grey and Big Society across here.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get the sweater, and also, but we do have ones with the Where to Start, the EP we just released. The artwork is just Toddy's a wonderful image of.
I love that picture.
I think the front cover of that EP is possibly the best thing we've ever done, including all the music.
How did you decide to? What was like the decision to make that the artwork?
There's loads of different ideas we had, choices for artwork.
Right.
And again, it comes back to moment in time or being on a single day and saying, right, we're going for this.
Yeah.
So, and we always loved that photo of Toddy, and it was taken at a Halloween party 2 years ago. And the title of the EP is Where to Start, and he kind of looks like he's kind of like getting ready to start something, you know.
Yeah.
It looks like the start of an evening, ready to cause some damage, as he often did.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody knows.
Madman.
Have we got an image of the artwork, James?
Oh.
There it is. There, look.
What's he
on
up
Facebook.
Look at that.
Oh, well,
That's
that's not the full.
to?
Is there another picture there?
I'll find another one for you.
Okay.
And Will, was that like a posed photo, or was it?
That was just
Don't know.
him.
being him.
Look, the photo. I mean, we had the photo touched up because we've got an artwork guy who can do that.
Yeah.
So, but originally it was just like a iPhone photo that somebody took.
Oh, nice.
But it looks
Yeah, it does,
so good.
That's great. Oh,
Well,
there
he's
we
a
go.
band model.
There
Every
is.
single like photo of the t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, let's show the
He is,
people at
yeah,
home.
So photogenic.
Oh, that's
How good-
wonderful.
That's good. That's good stuff, man.
Oh,
Best
Toddy.
thing Big Society have ever done. That front cover.
Just
The songs inside that EP are pretty good, but the front
the
cover.
artwork is that's beautiful, man.
I need the artwork guy really touched up, really cool.
So who's it that does your artwork then?
Guy called John Hesford. He's done all of our stuff.
Right,
Oh,
nice.
Apart from the very first single, which was a photo my dad took, actually. But the other ones are just photos that John has taken. So we give him the title of the song, and then he comes back with something he's taken or something that fits the mood of it,
Nice.
and then messes around with the how it looks. It's a good system. It's cool.
But yeah, I mean your artworks are all molto bene, allora.
Ah,
very good, very good.
Denominazzi Montepulciano.
Sì.
Speaking of which, sorry.
I was gonna say wonderful songs as well.
Thanks,
I was,
man.
Going on for that, I was gonna ask about between starting to write a song
Yeah.
and finishing it. It seems like it doesn't take you very long at all. It seems like it's like it kind of happens. It comes out. It's like cool. That'll work. And
Yeah, for the first process of a Big Society song, I'll rarely take more than 2 days over it, and then it gets brought to the band. Like we were talking about earlier on, like the most of those songs on this EP have been around for a wee while now, so it's really great to get them out finally. So it's I kind of saw it as a closing of a certain chapter. We're of course going to keep playing these songs, but yeah, but I mean, and the band kind of, I'll write a demo pretty quickly, and then it will get brought to the band if they want to work on a song, on a specific song, and then it will just keep morphing and morphing into what you hear on the record. I mean, we record them in a nice studio. They've all been produced with a different array of producers. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Do other people contribute ideas? Like, would anyone else come with a fully formed song, or do you just
No.
So you can lead
But I was thinking about that yesterday actually, and I'm sure it will happen at some point. But it'd be really interesting for our creative process to do that because it'd be completely alien. Because it would be me then either writing lyrics for it and a melody top line, or all of that's already done and I'm just singing it.
Would that be?
Yeah, but it would be fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about that.
And last one as well. Would you say like all the stuff you wrote around lockdown, was that kind of based off what you're feeling at that time, or was it more abstract? Is there like a definite theme to it, or is it pretty?
It changes. Most of it would have been, but then sometimes when the songs I really enjoy writing are like character stories and almost people that are not me, and trying to tap into a different emotion than I am feeling at that time.
Yeah.
They're the most fun ones to write, but they're not always the best ones.
Yeah. We know about that, don't we?
Oh yes.
We get into like just like jamming, and just Brad will put on any character. So at the moment it's pretty silly, like some pretty extreme characters,
Okay.
like drunken pirates, that kind of thing. But it is good fun, man. Just,
And
it's pretty much
but it's a
musical.
great tool too.
writes itself at
And
that
sometimes they end up great.
Yeah.
Some of them are utterly terrifying.
Yeah.
Sort of thing that you never want to release to the public. But, yeah.
But sometimes,
Sometimes there's a
Odd
little bit
moments.
of gold
Yeah,
though. Yeah, there's a little
definitely.
bit there.
I wrote one the other day about it was kind of a Sgt. Pepper kind of vibe.
Okay.
And it was called the Winston O Boogie Band.
I like it.
Because we were in, just before lockdown happened again, when you were allowed to go to a pub, we were in the Pier Hat just before it closed down for the lockdown. And I went into the toilet and there was a poster for this band that were playing a gig pre-March, and it said the Winston O Boogie Band plays Doris Gets Her Oats. Which I thought was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think it's all like a Lennon reference because his middle name's Winston. And then there's a song on Let It Be, I can't remember what it is, where it's like da-da-da-da-da plays Doris Gets Her Oats. So it's all Lennon inspired. But then I changed it to Sydney. Then you take an idea and then you skew it a bit till it's kind of unrecognizable. Not that anyone was going to recognize that song or that band rather. And that's fun. And then you kind of like, and then envisage like what club are they playing at, and what's the barman keeps like, spilling the drinks over there or something. I'm getting into that a lot. I really like that.
Do you like read like maybe like books or anything like that? Are you much of a book man?
No. And I used to be a really avid reader when
Right.
I was a wee kid, and then, but I don't. I just read. I read a lot, but I don't read books.
So what,
But I wish I did. I just watch loads of TV and films, and
yeah.
I haven't been listening to a lot of other people's music apart from my own, really.
Yeah.
Because I've just been kind of, apart from like friends' bands who like release.
Yeah.
And no, of course I listen to other people's music, but but I looked at the minutes on my Spotify Wrapped thing,
Yeah.
and it was surprisingly low. The number one artist I listened to was Loudon Wainwright, because I just spent a month just listening to that guy solidly.
What kind of stuff's that?
He's Rufus Wainwright's dad, and it's just like
Right. Okay.
Loudon Wainwright almost kind of ruined any other songwriting for me because he's just so matter of fact,
Right.
and he kind of ruins all sense of metaphor. Because
It sounds better when he does it, doesn't it?
yeah,
When he just says something, it's like, of
he
course.
just says it, and he's like, and then you're thinking, why am I giving this a metaphor? Why don't I just
Yeah.
say what I mean?
Yeah.
So Loud and Wayne. I can't remember what else was in my top 5 now, but the number 4 song was "I Can See Clearly Now" by Johnny Nash.
That's such a you song, man. That's hilarious.
Really needed that song this year.
Was that you like? Did that get you through? Did it, mate?
It did, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Also, it's funny. I mean, it was not so much this year, but a lot of the songs you two will know, like that are on your top listened, are like songs you've been learning for like function gigs or gigs. So there was a little bit of that involved for "I Can See Clearly Now," but I clearly just really loved it.
Kept going back, man.
Playing that jam.
It's a sweet tune, man.
Can you remember what was your top song?
What, from this year or last year? I've not checked it out yet. I don't think I've
You not checked out your Spotify Wrapped?
I've not.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know if I've had the notification. Just have a look now.
Yeah.
Have you looked at yours?
Have you got your phone?
I can't remember what the top was. It was a lot of Rufus Wainwright, man.
Really?
Yeah, I think at the same time you were listening to Loudon, I was listening to Rufus.
Yeah.
Just relentlessly. I was just like,
Rufus is incredible.
He's
We saw
ridiculous.
him last year at the Bridgewater,
yeah,
and it had Jeff Buckley's drummer.
that guy.
What's that guy? Matt Johnson.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Incredible.
God damn it. I hadn't gotten into it at that point. So I hate that when you hear, like, I remember hearing about Phoebe Bridgers playing at Manchester before I'd gotten into her as well. And then, like, just being late to Pi, like 3 months later, I was like, oh, why did I not?
She's so funny because she really is like, she's now reached a higher echelon that she's talked in front of in regard to like really well known artists. She's like really famous now, Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah.
But we were just watching a tune there, like she's unbelievably good.
Really good.
Oh, we have a question
mate.
apparently. Go on.
Or us, sorry.
We have a question from A Bidgood 93.
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder as well. Do you have a favourite song from the EP? I'm assuming he's talking about the Christmas EP.
From the Christmas EP, I don't know. I can't really remember any of them now. I really like all of them.
Well, yeah, what about the actual EP?
It could mean your actual EP. From either EP, he said.
Probably does mean the one
Or-
that has already come out.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Thanks, Adam. I'm gonna say. I really like the "Get It Right." Is the last one I think on the EP, and that I remember first writing that song and first just doing, because I just demo on my phone on this app called BandLab, and I remember first just listening back to that and it definitely warranted repeat listens. I really like the hook and the opening riff. But then again, I can write. The problem is that loads of them were written just ages ago. Like Dance. Why Are You So Afraid to Dance? I can remember writing that when me and James were living in Upper Chiltern Road at Wally Range.
That was a while ago.
Ages ago.
Yeah.
You know? And thinking at the time, I've got legs, this guy. And then it morphed into what it was. Let's say, it's Get It Right day today.
Get it right. There you go, Adam. Get it right. Any other questions whilst we're on the old questions?
What's your favourite Christmas song? Excluding your own music.
Our favourite Christmas song, William or Matt, either or.
Is it that bad to say Fairy Tale New York? Is that such a crime?
Absolutely
I think
not.
it's a
No,
beautiful song.
absolutely
I love
not.
that song.
It's a wonderful song.
Is it you saying the other day that people aren't playing it on the radio?
Yeah, it's
Because of the word,
Yeah.
the controversial word.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been some debate around that involving the band members, but we probably shouldn't get into that because.
Oh, let's do it. Let's get right into it.
It's a hot topic.
But take away the controversial word per se. It's Unbelievably magnificent song.
I'm glad you. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people I've spoken to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, sure, you're entitled to your own opinion, even if you're
They are
wrong.
No, don't let the bells end. Is kind of the other side
Don't
of
let
the
the
spectrum. Yeah,
bells
it gets to about like.
Come on!
Yeah,
Come on, kids!
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's
great
a
guitars.
great tune. The darkness, man. Such happy and whimsical days we were in when the darkness were charting, and I think that got to number 2. Don't let the
Yeah.
bells end. Yeah.
Bloody- So it's a banger, man. They've got that other Christmas song, haven't they? I Am Santa.
Yeah,
Not as
not as
good.
good. Not as good.
Iron Santa.
No, I am Santa.
I am Santa.
Yeah.
That's even better.
It's got a certain charm, but you know, it's no don't let the bells end.
Sometimes you hear Christmas songs that do, like, there's a Ron Sexsmith song called Maybe This Christmas, which is lovely and very, very short. Very, very short, which is also really nice. Leaves you wanting way more.
How short are we talking?
It's like 1 minute 59 seconds.
Oh right,
Sounds
okay.
very short.
But it's really lovely. Ron Sexsmith. There's a song by a girl called Emily Smith called Santa Will Find You, which is delightful.
This is all new stuff to me, man. I don't know any of these.
There is the Spectre Christmas album is amazing.
Spectre.
Phil Spector Christmas
Phil Spector,
album,
right.
like the Ronettes and stuff.
Yeah.
Blue Christmas,
Mm.
Elvis.
Yeah, classic, man.
Amazing.
You're forgetting a very important one.
Donny Hathaway.
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton.
It's Christmas album. He's got a few actually.
What's that called?
There's 2 in there. There's one. Actually, I think there might be 3. You
I think
know?
there's 3.
So there's one that's like a swinging Christmas.
Cool.
Every
One
Christmas.
One that's like the blue one,
Mhm.
where he's like walking through the snow with his big gorgeous hair. I can't remember what that one's called. And then there's another one, but they're all solid cold anyway. So
Fantastic. You guys love Michael Bolton.
love the Bolton, man. Love the Bolton. It started as a joke.
You listen to
Yeah.
Kenny G.
It's not the
No,
same.
that's too far. Man. That's too far.
That's right. A lot of people do put them together though.
They do, and it's unwarranted, is
It's-
it? Because
yeah, it's not
Michael
fair.
Bolton is
It's
very
ridiculous, man.
is actually pretty decent.
Yeah. If people want to say anything bad about him, my go-to comeback is he's better than you. And I mean, do you know what I mean?
You can't argue with that.
Yeah, Bolton did it first. Man.
Bolton did it. Bolton and Bon Iver together
Yeah.
again.
Oh, what a powerful duo that would
I
be.
would not want to hear that.
I would. On that second Bon Iver album with the "Beaming into the Star."
Oh,
Such a
yeah.
rebel.
Best rest.
Imagine Bolton
You
singing
two.
that one.
Oh.
Wow.
And the
That'd be nice, man. That'd be real nice.
Michael.
I always said like if I had like loads of money, I would pay to like Michael Bolton to like record a set album of specific tracks.
Okay.
Because there's like there's certain ones that
Would
I'd
that be your like Make a Wish?
for me make my wish come true.
What would you choose Michael Bolton to sing?
There's definitely been. I think What Fool Believes. I would like to hear him
Yeah.
sing that.
Jeez.
Of course, but then because Michael Bolton and Michael McDonald are sometimes they're
Confused, aren't they?
they're taking the mick out of, aren't they? And perhaps, as you say, unwarranted,
I would say very unjustly.
unjustly. Yeah. Oh, they're just both amazing singers.
Yeah,
But has Michael McDonald not already got the monopoly on what a fool believes?
he does. But I would just to hear like another version
Aye.
and see how he'd do it.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
There are other ones, but it's like it's not a thought I've had recently, so I've not refreshed the old memory bank. You know,
Okay.
the old. Yeah.
Ari Stacks. I was gonna say like, why are you so afraid to dance? It's like, but yeah.
But that's another thing as well that you could do is like you could get people to like pay you, or you could do like a Patreon thing and be like, yeah, if you want Michael Bolton to sing this song, then you have to, give us 50 grand. Business. It's all about business.
That's how
Man.
it works, man.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Can we see what on screen, James?
Oh yeah.
Is that the comments?
It's quite small.
It is quite small.
I can see
Can you read some of them out for us, Will?
Dom WS, what's your favorite? Raffman7. If you could be
Go on.
any kitchen utensil, what would you be and why?
Oh,
Shaking it up on a Friday night, Rathman 7. Who's Rathman 7?
he's bringing it. It's wild in here tonight.
Kitchen utensil and why? I would probably be a wooden spoon, for you would only be dealing with avocados and hummus.
Okay.
Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
Oh, Matt.
Jeez. Say like a carrot peeler, or just general kind of, what do you call it? Vegetable peeler.
Oh, like yeah.
And
Whoa.
why?
And
Why?
yeah.
That's quite a
Just
like
tell us why.
quite a violent
Because-
thing.
You forget about me until you need me, and then I'm always there.
Wow.
You should have experienced that. With Matt saying those words, looking directly into my eyes. Those teasing blue eyes he's got.
I think I would be.
It's a hard question, man.
It's a hard one, man. I think I. Is it like I
Lynn's saying bottle opener.
a bottle opener? Me being a bottle opener? What's she trying to say, mother? Thank you. Oh,
Good one.
no, I think I'd be a oh God. Yeah, I think you know what? Actually, mother, you are right. I think I would be I'd be a corkscrew though. I wouldn't be a bottle opener. I'd be a corkscrew.
Why?
Because I love to screw people over. I
I
don't
thought you weren't going to say over.
I realised as I was saying that sentence that could have been taken in a very different way. But,
It's romantic, I think.
very romantic. Was there any other odd
Well,
questions?
we've got some people are saying what their favourite Christmas songs are.
Oh, nice.
Lynn's your mum, is it?
Lynn is my mother, yes.
Hi, Lynn. And she's saying CeeLo Green's Grinch song.
Oh, you know
The
what?
best.
You know,
I don't know
CeeLo
that.
Green does have a very, very good
They
Christmas
remade
album.
that film, didn't they, recently?
Yeah, they did, like an animated.
Aye.
Like,
It will never be as good
No.
as the Jim Carrey one's. A classic.
that's a classic Christmas film that always comes on. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, CeeLo
man.
Green album, Christmas album. Very good.
Jay, Don was Going Home by Kenny G. Spanger. Okay. Jay Farnier, which I think is he's like an Austrian cobbler. I think I know that guy. Alone on Christmas
Austrian cob.
by the Beach Boys is a fantastic song.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that Bill Murray thing? Bottle opener.
It's all bubbling.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all out
people
there.
are really getting involved here,
Yeah.
aren't they? What's that say? For me, a tea. Oh, he's really.
Can we zoom
It says, for me, a tea strainer for making Whistler Storm tea liqueur. Catch me this weekend at Quayside. You know the score.
Okay.
Someone's just advertised on our podcast. Wow.
Luckily, this isn't the BBC.
No. Yeah.
You need
Well,
to pay
so
some
what
royalties there.
so what making what? Sorry, Whitaker's.
Whistler Storm tea liqueur.
That sounds interesting.
I thought you were going to say, that sounds horrible.
No, that sounds pretty tasty, to be honest. Yeah, whoever you are, if you want to send us a sample of this liqueur, maybe we could have you on the podcast. We could chat about
Yeah.
tea and liqueur.
Digging on that.
Who's? Oh, is that a comment? Right. I thought you.
sorry, I
I
was
thought you were
just
saying you were digging on it. I was like, oh, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, look, he's put his Instagram on it now. So.
Oh, come on, man.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
okay, nice.
Awesome, man. Yeah,
Well, thanks,
we
man.
will definitely drop you a message. Thank you for
Very
commenting.
nice.
Shameless.
Whilst
Very
we're
good.
talking about shameless plugs, if you want to donate to us to help us run this thing and put on other artists and stuff with our rec rooms and all this, then you can go to our donate button, which I think is on the Twitch. Is that right, James?
Yes.
It's now on the Twitch. So if you feel like you're enjoying what you're seeing and you want to help us out, then that's the way you need to go. I think we should have a little break.
I would agree. Yeah, that's
And then
been,
maybe we
that was a hot and happening first section.
That was a
there.
really, really good first half.
Didn't it whip by,
Do you
lads?
reckon we should crack out the old bookies for the next one?
Yes.
What are you thinking? Oh, actually, I'm just going to do... can you pass me the Santa?
Yes.
I'd just like you to have a look at this, Will, and see what you... Just
Zoom in on the
comment on it and see what you think, you know?
Okay. It's a Santa with buttons for eyes, and it's musical Santa, and I feel like this is leading to something.
Well, have you noticed something that's a bit wrong with him?
Doesn't have a penis.
That is one thing. I was talking about his spazzy little legs. They're on the side of his. Yeah, let them see in the camera. Look at them.
Doesn't have a penis.
Lovely, no penis, and lovely little one leg shorter than the other as well. Like, yeah, my mother knitted that.
Oh, this was Lynn.
This was a test. This
How
was
festive.
This was a test run one.
And the cozy.
No, she didn't knit the clothes, but she is going to be knitting us
She's
some.
gonna make one, isn't she?
We're getting our own Kicking Back podcast. Tea cozies made.
What colour?
We don't know yet, but probably in. But yeah, so keep your eyes out for some more knitted goods. But mother, there you go.
Out there, shall we?
Yeah, let's have them slap bang in the middle. Wow, because we're getting festive in here. Right, so we're going to take a little short break. Will performed some songs for us before. Are we on camera too? We are on camera too. Will performed a short little set of songs for us before, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you like William's performance, you can find his band Big Society online. Just search Big Society. You chaps want to say anything else before we have a wee break?
Well, how long are we having a break for?
So I think we're going to be about 11 minutes.
11 minutes.
Precisely. No longer and no shorter. Okay?
Hey. All right, I'll see you in 11 minutes then.
Yeah, and enjoy Will's performance, everyone. So we'll see you all in a bit.
Yeah, okay.
I wanna go to Battery Park, get fixed after dark, and scream at the free spirits. I need to be in the la la land and do all I can for the golden ticket. All I really, really want is a year with the Americans. Move up the ladder and learn all I can. Try understand opportunity land. Make a plan. Take me to heaven through Diamond's Bluff to the Garden Island. We can wave at the lost ones. One up in magic from Greenville to Olympia. They won't find me if I don't stop running. All I really, really want is a year with the Americans. Move up the ladder and learn all I can. Try understand opportunity land. Make a plan. It ain't free, but you get more than one chance. Dun, 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 dun. A clean start, the perfect match. My own private Columbia, spend until you're raw. The man races it all, you can believe in the land of the free and a 38 in the roll top. All I really, really want is a year with the Americans. Move up the ladder and learn all I can. Try understand opportunity land in a year with the Americans. A year with the Americans. It ain't free, but you get more than one chance. Okay.
Barely breathe throughout the whole of that, man. It's for both. Okay, right. That was a song called You with the Americans. And this next one is a song called You Are Dreaming.
You make it look so easy. You're in control, so I can only hope that you don't go mad. Hey, what's the difference? You'll just say no. if I say anything makes me sigh. And you are dreaming. You've got the world in your hand. Yeah, it was going so good. You had it all. Kingdoms would fall under fire and ice. Ain't that the way though? Everything goes. Don't close the door on me, you never know. And you are dreaming. You've got the world in your hand. You are dreaming. You are dreaming. Thank you. Chaps. We are, the band I'm in, Big Society, are going to be releasing a Christmas EP in aid of the Booth Centre, the homeless charity, and that's going to come out really soon. So this is a song of that. You're welcome. Okay. Bought you a brand new steampunk Dragon Edge knife, limited edition Eartha Kitt record, and she signed it. You said you needed a silk thread for your cardigan, so I went to the haberdasher shop and I found some. I put my love into what I thought that you wanted. So what do you mean you won't be home for Christmas? Didn't I say I was cooking you anything? And I know you're trying hard to stay vegetarian. 6 hours in a soulless kitchen. Time's a gift when you put your heart in it. But suddenly you call me and everything ain't what it seems. So what do you mean you won't be home for Christmas? Had a long hot summer love in high degrees. So what do you mean? Then I kissed you in hunger with the autumn leaves. So what do you mean? What do you mean? It's been a really hard year, so baby, please, I really need someone to love this Christmas.
All songs devised and recorded in the last few weeks. Just really trying to tap into that festive spirit of 2020. Right, I'll do one more, I think. And this is the band's next single, I think. And it's called Age of Discovery. Crashed into my bedroom. I was expecting it too, yeah, it was 4 a.m. Came out of nothing. Danny said I'm not blue anymore. I figured it out and I want you to come with me to Ashton. Seek out a man called Kelly with a misty eye. Sounds brown by the pound and I'm meeting him tomorrow night. And I said I believe that your memory is going. Last night you said you were master of the great wardrobe. Talking about quality, jeans in a veritable bulk. God knows Market Street could use a shake-up on a Sunday. We have a lot of conversations all the time. And I've forgotten what I was saying, so let's go by. And do you ever think about the French veranda? Saluting uncles with 2 jobs and gigging at the weekend. Talking about hard work, making for an able mind. Hard work works when you've got enough time. You don't think about the future anymore, anyway. You say you only live day to day, and this one's gonna pay. And I call shotgun on the good ideas. And I told you my age of discovery is beginning on a Monday, all the way to Tuesday. Failing that, I'll see you at the Crown at 9:45. Maxi called accumulator, everybody wins. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome back to episode 1 of the Kicking Back podcast. I'm here with Will Jaquet. Say hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. And I'm here with Matthew Campbell.
Hello.
You just saw a little performance from Will in our studio. Oh my God, this is falling apart. I'm not going to touch that anymore. I'm just going to lean forward. So yeah, you just saw a performance from Will. Will is the lead singer from Big Society. What you got there?
Oh, nothing.
Just a wee drama, something.
Jimmy Paul managed to get out the old Ardbeg Ugadal for...
Wow.
It's a special occasion.
So you're quite a whiskey fan then?
Well,
Book fast. You like whiskey?
so what, you're a whiskey fan? Is that right?
Have you ever tried?
Like Jesus, yeah, nice. Like most Scottish people my age, I adore it and pretend to know more about it than I do. But I know that this is a limited edition Ardbeg that you probably struggle to buy anymore.
Oh.
Is that right, James?
Yeah. That's, you can see how much is left. It's one dram.
There's 1 dram left. How long have you had that? Ages.
About 2 years.
And I had it once. We went up to we bought it from the Ardbeg distillery, which is a holiday. If you go up to the Isle of Islay on the west coast of Scotland.
Okay. All right.
Because there's it's like this really small island, but it's got like 10 of the best distilleries in Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Depends what kind of whiskey you like.
What is it? Is there something to do with a particular location?
Peaty. All of that is loads of peat on Islay. So all of their whiskies: Ardbeg, Lefroy, Lagavulin, Bowmore, Kalila, Bunabin, Bunahabin, sorry, Bruce Laddie. They're all very peaty. but they contain the essence of a good drink.
Okay. And when you say peaty, because I'm
Like a smoky kind of thing. It's in the
Smoky.
ground.
and what do they? How do they? Sorry, I know nothing about whiskey distilling.
Don't ask me any more
I
questions.
don't-
What were you gonna say?
Like so, like you're saying, like it's peaty and then it's from the ground and stuff. Like, is there a process that
Peat's
you
in the ground,
and then they somehow use that in the distilling
and then they
process?
distill that ness with like their.
The good
They
shit.
make some whiskey. I don't know. It's all really good stuff, and this is a fine vintage. So thank you, Jimbo.
25-year-old, that is, isn't it?
25.
25 years old. Well, I'll take it slow.
So anyone having a wee drink at home? Cheers.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I think we can say Merry Christmas. We've been talking about. We've got our festive Santa.
That's right.
Yeah. What on the descriptor of the Ardbeg?
So the
Go on.
description of the Ardbeg is an intense symphony of smoky peat reek, scrumptious fruitcake and leather, warm and deep with a spicy kick, long, luscious and full-bodied.
Wow.
Funny because spicy kick isn't really. It's not regal enough of a term for this majesty of a drink.
Mm.
It should be more like a sort of guillotine head chop of a kick.
I like it.
Do you think people would buy it if that was a description?
Probably not. No. I would.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a good holiday. The distillery tours of Scotland.
Have you ever been to the Isle of Skye?
Oh, when I was like a nipper, yeah,
Right.
really young.
Somewhere I really, really want to go.
Yeah.
I follow a guy on Instagram called Jack Anstey. He just takes loads of pictures, like landscape pictures and stuff like that. It's just like,
Amazing
amazing.
up there.
Yeah.
It really is like, there's beautiful places in England, but Scotland
Mm-hmm.
is really, really nice.
Lucky. What's your favourite place that you've ever travelled to? Outside of the UK.
Outside of the, well, I don't know if you know this, Matt, but I'm a very well-travelled man.
I do.
Are you?
I've crossed
I've
the
been there,
seven
man.
seas.
It's like-
No, not really. I went to Botswana. My dad lived in Botswana for 2 years in the 80s. And we've been out there twice now as a family. And it's the most incredible place.
Mhm.
Incredible country. Incredible history. Botswana is very sacred to me. I don't know. I mean, we lived in France for for months on and off, and that was a
That was beautiful.
pretty life changing. yeah,
See.
an interesting experience.
whereabouts in France were you again?
In the Alps, so we were doing this.
Yeah.
We were in a
That's
band
the ski tour thing.
on the ski season. Yeah, it's where we both learned how to drink alcohol.
Clearly.
First time. Cheers to that, man.
Yeah. And ski.
And
A little
ski. I mean, like, I really. Oh Jesus! I've not had that in a long
I know, it's a
time.
bit of a kick in the teeth, the old bookies, isn't it?
Monk still, made by the Benedictine monks, Devon, England.
What?
But then adopted by Glasgow.
Like, what are monks doing making booze anyway? Do they drink? Would they drink it?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I
You should
mean?
imagine so.
Oh sure. Yeah.
I thought they were all
It
like,
helps them get to a different plane.
that's right.
Higher love.
Oh, jeez.
What a tune, man.
Great song.
So yeah, so that's your favourite place you've been to was
Oh yeah, and also the foot of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
foot of the bed.
What about you?
Favourite place I've been to?
Yeah.
I went with Matt to Canada 2 years
I
ago.
heard about that trip.
Yeah, went for a month just around all British Columbia and stuff. It was beautiful.
Exploring the mountains, exploring yourself.
And it was so cold. It was so cold.
You were living in a
We were living in an RV.
an RV.
But a very small RV, only made for like basically 2 adults and a child.
Yeah.
So one of the beds was like short. It was like a fold-out one.
So did you swap?
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
rotated, and then the other one was like
Oh,
above the driving seat. But obviously, because it was so cold and the roof's like there, right near you, you just get another conversation to see it, and then you wake up in the middle of the night and just like with cold water just dripping on your face, like and the whole ceiling is just like dripping.
Yeah.
It was.
How long?
We were in that for like a month.
3 weeks was in the RV and then a little bit in hostels. As well.
Yeah.
Oh, you did hostels too.
At the start, we
Canadian
did.
hostels.
Luxury, man. Absolute luxury.
But like, yeah, we didn't. So because it was winter, they'd like what do they call it? Basically, like they'd taken all the water and stuff
Yeah.
out of the
Dehydrate.
at the vehicle. So there's no shower, no running water.
Yeah.
So we just had to use like these big 2-litre tankers that we got from Walmart. Then we decided to go into like coffee shops and stuff and just be like, do you mind if we just like fill up our water tanks? So we could like fucking.
That's right
wash.
on, man.
It was great, honestly. And then like just coming back and having running water. So,
Imagine that.
honestly, no, but I
19.
know, but it's like every time though, it just makes you think. I was like, this is like really, this is a luxury. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It was a good grounding little trip.
Absolutely, yeah. It's good to get grounded every once in a while.
Yeah, man. And then my other favourite place would be like Berlin. I love Berlin.
I've never been to Germany. I went to Frankfurt once on a stopover.
They're just
love to
great
go.
people, man.
Did you go to that club?
The Hein, what's it called?
The big one.
The big one. No, because it's so hard to get into there, man. Yeah, they're literally and the queue. Like we walk past it, and the queue just goes on.
Waste of time. Just go.
It
somewhere
is
else.
just because honestly, there's so many other like amazing places. Like we went to one, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like basically like a big outdoor club. They're like a beach area. Like it was basically like an adults playground, and then they had like this old factory where in the middle of it was like the intense fucking techno people off the roads and what have you.
It's amazing to think of that now. Like I was saying to you, like I'm gonna go clubbing when everything opens up, and I did not
I'll
club
be there, man.
I know.
much. I'm gonna go seriously dance my ass
There's
off.
something about just getting in there with a bunch of fucking sweaty bodies and just like having at it.
Because you can.
Because you can. Because just having the freedom of doing
I
that.
fancy like some sort of soul night.
Yeah, I was thinking
Soul
that.
funk.
Yeah. Just a proper. Yeah.
Yeah, just get steaming.
When do you think that would be? Like, I think at least not till winter next year, at best.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
What, when it's going to be open again?
To the point where we're all slimy, sweaty bodies.
Sweaty bodies.
Yeah.
God, I think you might be right. We keep, we were meant to have these gigs in the Yes and in London in April.
Yeah.
And then obviously that got pushed back and then pushed back and pushed back. And it's been pushed back to April next year now. But I think from what we know from our booking agent, it's going to get pushed back
Again. Really?
And so I think they know what you're saying, you know, everything is really not going to return to the same way for a little while.
A little while longer.
But people have got creative, haven't they? Like, it's
Yeah.
amazing what, especially in a city like Manchester, where just there's a necessity to be creative here, which is great.
That's why we're doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
Exactly.
there's the problem was you can't do live music and stuff until that shit, and then we just do this.
Just do stuff, but make that stuff good. Then make it as creative as it can be, in absence of. But you want to make it as good as you can, which
Yeah.
you've done. You know, this is pretty ship shape.
Ship. It certainly is a ship. For people that have just joined us, this is episode 1 of the Kicking Back podcast. We are here with William Jaquet, Matthew Campbell. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and you enjoyed Will's performances, follow Will's band on all the socials, Big Society. Go on their Bandcamp. You can buy stuff.
Buy loads of stuff there. You can buy it too.
You can buy it and actually help young William and his band friends.
Yeah, and also feel like you own something. You know, you know what I mean, man.
Oh, exactly.
I know
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying, man? Like when in this world did people just stop owning stuff?
I think
Go on.
that's the way the world's going, though. Like, there's definitely that less ownership.
Yeah.
Like, there's all the stuff. It's just like you just hire stuff now. Do you know what I mean? It's
Just
just like,
hire it out. But we're all stuck in it. I've got I've got that Spotify Premium. I've got that Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
man.
same.
Really useful.
It's great.
Honestly, the amount of things like it's like I've got a shoot coming up in like 2 days. It's like, oh, I need this and this. It's just like bam,
You can get it.
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's terrible for the environment, and I do try my best, but sometimes necessity calls.
But
Unfortunately,
what is good is that there are these monoliths of Amazon, Spotify, but there is a prevailing sense of good in this world. And, you know, and hopefully these big guys will start
giving back?
being sound. I don't know.
Well,
I suppose they can.
James, what were you saying the other day? It was like the Tesco's. What was it? There's some news thing you read the other day.
I'll find the exact article, but Tesco gave back all the money that they were given from the government. I can't remember exactly what they were given it for, but it was like 500 million or something like that they gave back to the UK.
Okay, so that's a good thing
So
then.
that's a good
That
They
is
move.
a
were
good
they were
thing.
basically bailed out at the start of lockdown. They took the money, they used it, they made it back and gave
Yeah,
it back,
yeah.
sort of thing. You know,
I mean, that's
Presumably, otherwise
it was
it'd be a
initially a
nightmare.
grant, I believe, that they claimed. You know, for all their stores, they could claim a certain amount of money.
right.
Aye.
But they said they needed it at the time, and
No, they don't.
no, they don't. There it is.
Wow. Well, that's a nice little bit of news. That's the kind of stuff that you kind of want to be seeing from the big guys, the big boys.
Did you see? Speaking of like potentially whimsically nice news,
Yeah, go on.
did you see the second person who got the vaccine who was inoculated?
No, I didn't.
It was called a guy called William Shakespeare. You don't see that?
No.
In the
I
UK.
called
no.
William Shakespeare.
That
That's
is-
a 70-year-old guy.
That is-
70-year-old legend called William Shakespeare.
Was it on the news and everything?
Whimsical.
On the news, and yeah, it was really good. And I think the first one was called someone called Margaret Keenan or something.
Mhm.
It will go down
Yeah.
in history.
I love. Do you know like the anti-vax stuff? I love all those like memes around Facebook, like Bill Gates, like it's like pictures of Bill Gates reportedly spying on her. Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause like he's got his like he's like wanting to check in, see what she's up to. It's like all part of his big plan. Really?
These people watch too much, and I say this as someone who watches too much TV. These people watch too much TV. It's that program. You know, did you watch Utopia on Amazon Prime?
No, I don't think
Tiny
so.
bit. I tried
It's
it.
all about these vaccines that like will kill people eventually, and this is what these people are listening to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's scary, isn't it?
You know,
Does Bill Gates really care? Like on that level, you know, it's madness.
I don't know. I think apparently he's quite sound.
Yeah, he's done like if you look at like how he, like
far as I
what he
know.
does with his money, like he's put a lot of money into like charities and like water foundations
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I remember being a kid and having the knowledge that it was well known that he wasn't gonna give loads of money to his kids.
Right.
Like he wanted them.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You know, I'm sure like he'll give them a $5 if they need it, but I remember that being a prevailing thing when I was a child and thinking, good on you, Bill.
Yeah, he seems pretty
And
sound.
Belinda, I think.
Is that his wife? His daughter? Who?
Wife.
Wife.
I think, yeah. I think
I've
Belinda.
never even heard of
Don't get
Belinda.
many Belindas these days.
Belinda Gates. That's
Melinda.
Merlinda.
Can we?
Merlin.
I don't think
Can
she's listening.
Can we check this? Then the wife of Bill Gates.
Let's take a short break while we figure that one out.
Matt, Matt, what's your opinion on the book fast?
It's Melinda.
Buckfast is my first time drinking it.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm not sold.
You're not sold.
You're minging
Well,
but
it's
if you drink
yeah.
enough of it,
yeah, kind of ice cold as well. It's yeah.
Do you reckon it'd be better warm temperature?
No. I think you taste it more.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
All right, that's a no for Matt on the bookies.
it was really adopted by Scotland in such a strange way. I wonder how that happened.
Hang on, what do we have on the screen then? We had, it's Melinda.
What did I say?
Belinda, I think.
Okay, so we figured that out then.
I'm glad that we cleared that one up because that was really upsetting me. Fact checks. Have we had any more comments, James? Any more questions from people?
There's quite a few there that I really can't say.
Oh, is
What
there
do you
some
mean?
rude ones? on
Yes.
there? Okay.
It's actually all from your family, funnily enough.
Family, bloody hell.
Don Paul is saying Bunnahabhain is
Bunnahabhain.
a
Hello,
good
Don.
whiskey. And
To hear from you.
Cowell, Isla,
Okay.
Kalila.
Kalila. Oh, it's split over 2 lines on my screen.
Well,
That's all really.
Yeah, we're all learning things, aren't we?
What was that little phrase that your dad said? That little Scottish thing?
Bunnahabhain.
Bunnahabhain.
Is
Bunnahabhain.
That's one of the whiskies.
I thought it was like a greeting. Bunnahabhain.
Bunnahabhain.
That's Scottish.
Yeah, I thought it was some sort of Scottish greeting. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Say tenants to say goodbye. You know, tenants tastes actually much better in Scotland. It's really, really good
What's-
these days.
What's tenants?
Never
Never
I
heard
mean,
of it.
what's tenants?
tenants.
Go on.
Are you serious?
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
What's tenants? You hearing this, James?
James, do you know what tenants is?
Of course I do.
Is it
Alex,
a Scottish
yeah.
thing? Must be a Scottish. Alex, do you know? Alex doesn't know. George? Right, okay, so it's all the English guys that don't know it.
Even my Scottish dad as well.
Oh, yeah, my
It's like one of the biggest beers in Scotland. It is the biggest beer in Scotland. It's what tea in the park, tenants in the park.
Wait.
No bloody way.
Tenants. It's like the biggest beer in Scotland. It's
thought it was-
really good.
There's tunes in the park.
Can we see there? Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's
James.
tenants
Let's have a
there. Unbelievable, lads.
I kind of recognise it, but it's not a beer that, like, to be honest, it looks bloody awful.
Oh,
like,
it's
the packaging.
really good.
Is it nice though?
It's really. I remember an advert back in the day of Tenants was it was Franz Ferdinand playing Jacqueline, the first song of their first album. Do you remember that song?
Is that
Jacqueline was.
Is that the black one with the green and
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
I love that album, man.
And then I just got really fond memories of Franz Ferdinand and Tenants. This was years ago. Remember Franz Ferdinand coming out, man? Where did that come from?
Did they
A Bidgood saying, how do you not remember tenants from footage Wednesdays?
Ayo! What was that when it was £1 on Wednesdays?
£1
Do you remember that?
tenants. It was tenants export though. It wasn't tenants.
To be honest, I don't.
Tenants export's a bit stronger, is it?
I don't think I
Yes.
ever got the beers when I was
Really?
those the
Cocktails.
Yeah, the stronger.
And also, if you have enough tenants, you're not gonna remember the next time.
Oh, you remember.
You'll never.
You remember
forget.
something.
that? Pound Wednesdays footage before it'd been redone.
Yeah, it was when it was grotty, wasn't it? That was good, man. And they had the there's like 2 pictures of cocktails for like £5
quid.
on a Tuesday.
Oh.
And
Disgusting.
15 quid later.
So good.
So much sugar.
Yeah, you get like a woo woo or
We used to do-
2 woos.
we used to do we used to do footage and then font on
Oh yeah,
Really?
off what's that street called?
off
Off Black Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Font, £2 cocktails. I was so cheap I never went.
But to be
Rather than
right,
£2.
whenever I went to Font and had like a lot of cocktails, I'll never get drunk. I always feel like they were like a bit watered down or something.
Oh, almost certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I guess you stay
But
more
it's-
hydrated.
It was placebo.
Yeah, yeah,
It was placebo. God,
I know, man.
mad, crazy. Why were we talking about that?
I've absolutely no. Oh, Tenant.
Oh, it always comes back.
Because I
Tenants.
don't know how we got into Tenants, but it's really good. Like Tenants.
Is it nice in a can?
Like in Scotland, you'll get Tenants in. It's nice in a can, but you'll get it in like, hipster bars now. You'll get Tenants.
Right. Okay.
'Cause, I guess they've made it a bit better. But it used to be like. It used to be.
Yeah, sure, man.
It used to be like had the reputation of carling. But times change, Matthew. You know.
It's true, man.
It's far better than the English or inverted commas Australian equivalents.
What's the Australian?
Is that Foster's? Yeah.
But Foster's isn't even Australian. It's
I did
made
say inverted commas.
He did say,
made
yeah.
in the UK. Wow. My bass just dropped there.
But the good thing about Foster's is it's crazy cheap, man. It's crazy cheap. It's like
You know what?
£3.50.
Of all the canned beers, actually, it's of the lower register of them. It's the best one of them.
Yeah, it's like above Skull.
Yeah.
You ever had a Skull?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
nasty shit, man.
Hibs once won the Skull Cup because they used to sponsor the League Cup in Scotland.
That's good.
Great cup to win.
How are Hibs doing at the moment?
We're doing pretty good. I think we're third right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what's Hibs?
Hibernian is my football team
That's your football team.
in Leith, Edinburgh.
Right, okay. Nice.
And we are a wonderful club who
Oh.
James is a Livingston fan, and they're not as good as us.
Can I ask a question as a man who's
Look at the table, Don.
Oh, jeez, man.
as a man who doesn't watch that much football, what is it with football people? And I was saying we when they haven't actually done
They're
anything.
invested, man.
Oh right, because what their team?
Yeah, it's like,
Because you need to feel involved, Brad.
that's how you do it. isn't it?
Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I guess it's like in tennis, you wouldn't say like if you're watching Roger Federer, you wouldn't be like
We just we were serving for match point.
I don't know if there's like another equivalent like team sport where you wouldn't do.
There's something
that's
about it.
interesting.
Something
Yeah.
about
Team
It's
thing.
definitely a team sport thing
Yeah.
for sure.
We would.
Part of you's taking credit, especially if it's like Roger Federer on the winning serve and you're saying we. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But to a lesser degree
absolutely,
with
yeah.
football teams, if you're like really happy they win, it's kind of like part of
Oh,
you.
absolutely, yes. But I mean, especially if you support a team like Hibs,
Yeah, I know, man.
who are, kind of, not the greatest team in the world, but but things like when we won a big cup in 2016, the Scottish Cup,
Right.
and the whole area of Edinburgh, where I'm from, Leith, just partied for 5 days.
Yeah.
Because it's a localized thing, it's a
Yeah.
community thing, and it was really good.
And all the jambos hid.
And all the Jambos hid on the other side of the city.
Hang on, what Jambos?
Hearts of Midlothian are our Edinburgh rivals in Gorgie.
Okay.
They're called the Jam Tarts. The Jambos. We don't go over that side
I
of the
love
city.
all that, like,
Yeah, the Scottish jargon is fantastic. So it's-
What else? Anything else you can think of Scottish jargon?
what's the Billy Connolly one we watched the other night? So Scooshin right at the back.
Scooshin right at the back. Scooshin right at the
That just
back.
got me, man. You can imagine my nana saying that.
Scooshin is a great one, yeah.
What is it? We'll set about you right. Is it?
We'll set
right about you.
Set right about
We'll set right about you.
Yeah, that's the skit when it's the guy who's taken down the
The terrorist
the
one.
Glasgow airport
John-
terror
Something
attack.
like that.
John Smeaton. I think.
Yeah, John Smeaton.
Yeah. Brilliant skit that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Best Billy Connolly skit is the. Have you ever seen the Wildebeest sketch?
It's ringing a bell.
I'll send you it.
Right,
It's
right.
the Wildebeest sketch.
Yeah.
I'll send you it. It's the most fantastic. It can really get into the mind of a lion.
Right.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
I like that.
No, he's a genius, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing that old shoulder
The
number.
bike one
you
as
know?
well. You know the one with it.
All this nonsense.
I'm not gonna say it. It's not.
Not worth it.
Like where you're gonna park your bike, all that stuff. It's just so funny, man. I think out of all my friends, like everyone in the Manchester kind of music scene in general, I could see you being a stand-up comedian.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said
I
to
could-
me.
I could
More so
see
than anyone
that.
else.
You've got.
I feel like you've already
charm, haven't
watched a lot of stand-up comedians. You've already got that kind of mannerism.
Yeah, well, that's very. Yeah, I mean, I would love to have the confidence to do that. I don't know if I could ever. It's the most. It must be the craziest,
Yeah.
nerve-wracking thing. Just getting up on that stage, just you, and you're instantly trying to make people laugh. What a terrifying
Yeah,
thought.
and if someone before you is just like ruined it, you've got to like try and get them
Yeah,
to do better.
or
you know.
smashed it.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
Made the whole
Yeah.
room
Yeah.
laugh.
Horrible.
Oh my god.
It's really, yeah. I would. I'd love to. Yeah.
Have you ever thought
You've
about
got to be like, with the kind of stuff I've been doing over the last couple of years, like hosting bandioke nights and and singing at gigs, you have to have a certain amount of whimsical nature, let's say, and set the crowd at ease and make them know that everything's okay.
Yeah.
And the band's in control. All you have to do is just enjoy.
Enjoy it.
And that kind of, and a stand-up comedian will have to do that. They'll have to set the crowd at ease instantly by making them laugh within the first 4 seconds.
Would you say that like comes naturally to you, or is it something you've had to like kind of hone in? Like you pick up on little things and change stuff, or
Definitely pick up on things
right?
as time goes by. But the main thing I just sort of decided on early on was just to really to make the audience relax as much as possible. Not make them just like
Relax.
no. But it's not a particularly hard thing to be able to achieve unless you're with a pretty rowdy audience. But even then, you just adapt your persona on stage almost and kind of, but still remain in control. You've got to have a lot of control. But it all came very gradually. Like because I did drums at college.
Yeah, drummer, weren't you? Yeah.
So, and then one day I think Sam Flynn just asked me to host a. I don't know how it started really, actually, but something like that. And then totally getting chucked in at the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
So you have to find an extra gear that you don't know exists, and just. George, right, everybody?
Sorry, I was having a bit of a disturbance there. As you were.
But that's essentially it, you know. And I enjoy that. It's a very nice thing to occasionally be able to achieve. Is a relaxed gig.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same side.
Nice
and some obviously loads of these things people aren't interested at all.
Yeah, they're not listening.
But some people are, and you just play off them.
What would you say the best big society gig that you've done is?
There have been loads where like there's been no one there.
Yeah.
And those are fun. Like we've never had a bad gig in terms of coming out of it and going, oh my god.
Trying to be subtle.
It's the most painful thing ever. We've had loads of great gigs too. Really, like sometimes there's someone in the crowd that you knows there that perhaps you want to impress, and if you feel like you have done, those are really good gigs.
Yeah.
Biggest gig we did was at the Hyde Park thing in the Dylan Neil Young thing, and I mean we aggrandized that a bit because we didn't play like before. We weren't like the main support to Bob Dylan or anything, but you know there was about 6 or 7 bands on that bill, and it was just hilariously good fun to be like backstage, eating all that like creme brulees and stuff backstage, and the gig went really well, and then loads of our families were there, so all of that kind of contributed to a really nice gig. And then we all just like went and fucking watched Neil Young and Bob Dylan, just like play the tunes, man, and it was like it was a really nice.
Just hear James squeaking the whiskey bottle at the back there. Very nice.
What about you two? Can you think of in fact, you know what? Just thinking out of it, the gig we did, was it a couple of years ago now with Creature Comfort?
Oh man,
I love that gig, man.
Honestly, that was so much fun.
It was, it was really good fun, and it always helps with these gigs to have a bit of, what's the word? We were supporting a big band.
Yeah.
We were supporting the Sonics, who were really like influential kind
Big
of
in the Day,
punk
right?
band
Yeah.
back in the day, and that was just like a kind of nice little cherry on top for a gig I was covering, and as with a
Yeah.
band I was really enjoying playing with.
It was
Is that we were
interesting,
supporting
right?
this like mad band, you know?
It's like your style of drumming to the Christian. I think it was Christian at the time. Like, yeah, it was like the feel of everything was like different, but in a nice way. It was like
Great,
you
yeah.
got a more like loose kind of, I'd say like British style.
Okay,
Do you know what I
okay,
mean? That kinda-
sure, yeah.
That was just that was good fun. Forgot about that one.
It was really good fun, and then we had a hilarious night.
Oh yeah, it was good fun.
We went to
Did we go?
Big Hands. We stayed in
Classic.
Big Hands for hours.
Good times, man. Good times.
Can you think of a gig that
I've done.
that you've played in and you were like, yeah, that meant something?
I can think of one.
Go on.
Just a solo gig I did. But which,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's the first time I did anything just on my own. I'd actually arranged, and thought about like everything else was like either in bands. But you know when you get like full say and everything,
Yeah.
I love that feeling. So
That was great, man, and also like really high pressure because we were
yeah, I know.
everyone's in a circle
Yeah.
and he's in the middle.
Yeah. If you
I
want to check
enjoy it.
that out, actually, if you go to my business page is 401 Film. I don't think we can play it now, to be honest.
I don't
think
play
we
that
will.
one.
No, let's not do that.
It's not like
But if you want to check it out
Link
though,
up.
and hear Matt's and actually Will's band Big Sight both did sets at that gig, it's on the 491 Film Co. YouTube page. You'll find it under there. And we did it as a charity gig for November.
Post a link, yeah.
Yeah, James is going to post a link on the chat. So if you want to watch that after this, feel free because both sets were excellent. And Dan Addison did a good set there. Oh,
good.
Oh, dude,
So
it was
dreamy, man.
so depressing how sexy that guy
Yeah.
is, man.
I did.
So humble.
Oh, Jesus. So humble.
so humble.
Can't take
But he was busting out these like João Gilberto songs,
Yeah.
and it was really nice because he had like a cellist and a
Yeah, like string duo.
string duo.
Very
Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
yeah.
That was a good gig, man.
That was a great gig. But yours, I mean, I really enjoyed your set, and it was really like high pressure. It was high pressure. I
Yeah.
mean, it was and it wasn't. You know,
Yeah.
no one would have shouted at you if you'd have
No.
started crying. But not that you would have anyway. It was really good.
That's a weird feeling. Like the circle of people. That's just a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure you thought that as well. Like what?
I was really funny that gig because Toddy
Turned up late.
was not there
Yeah,
for some reason.
Very late.
He was
And
doing a gig in town.
He wasn't meant to be doing it,
He
was
wasn't.
he?
So I'd brought a little 3-piece kit, and I was going to be playing and singing at the same time. And then 5 minutes before he went on, I just saw him sort of standing in the corner there. And it was great, and it was great because like that kind of spearheaded off what we do now as Big Society. Is I don't have a guitar at all anymore, so it's just me with a mic, which I much prefer because
Yeah.
I can just kind of I can concentrate on the singing for the first. Is the main thing because it is the main thing, and then I can also just kind of like
Mooch around.
flail around like I normally do on a stage. And I did that at that gig. It was really nice. And it was really lovely because there were kind of rows of circles and there were loads of people we knew there.
Yeah.
And I was just like chatting to them. Had a good day. You like this song? It'll be fine.
That's a stand-up thing, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that. I know I told you this. I don't have a lot of space in my phone. And
Where's this going?
the video of you earnestly singing along and not remembering any of the words to our song 17 is the only video I have on my phone.
Seriously?
Only video I have on my phone is you just look ecstatic, just like a sort of proud grandpa. It's really what. Thank you.
I loved it.
I know. Well, I could tell.
I know any of the lyrics, but I don't know the lyrics of any song.
No. But you were there, man.
I'm pretty sure that on your video, George is on it. I'm pretty sure.
Which one?
On-
Of the
yeah,
leaf
yeah,
thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think there might have been that moment of
His
just-
musty gaze.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to check George doing his thing and William, go to James. Have you posted a link? Did you find it?
I posted a link to the 491 channel.
Wow, so you can look on there, and you can also have a look at other stuff that's on there. Yeah, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, we are doing this on a donation basis, which helps us to put on different artists for our RecRooms series and for this podcast to produce all this stuff. So if you enjoy what you're seeing and you want to donate as little or as much as you want, feel free. And also, whilst you're spending money on the internet, you can go over to Will's Bandcamp, Big Society, and you can buy T-shirts.
You can buy T-shirts and merch and posters, and soon we're going to go get those sweaters done like I was talking earlier on. I think they're going to be great. It'll be like this. But
just
not
like
Toronto Blue Jays and Big Society in white. I think that could be a big hit.
I think it's going to be a belter, man.
And also, in about a week before Christmas, we'll be putting out that Christmas EP.
Yes.
In aid of the Booth Centre. So that'll be on Bandcamp. With lyrics and everything. Oh, they're so festive.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Whoa, Mama Joe.
Whoa. Yeah, if you want to check out, if you missed Will's performance earlier, you can rewatch this for the next 2 weeks, and then it's going to disappear. But Will's performances videos will be going on the Kicking Back podcast YouTube channel, which doesn't exist yet.
No, but it will.
So keep your eyes peeled for Kicking Back podcast. We're going to be posting about it on the RecRooms socials and what have you. Is there anything else we want to talk about, chaps?
I've got a question for William.
Go on.
Hit me.
I've got a vague idea about what was your journey into music? So I want to know, man. So, like, what do you remember being into? When did you start playing guitar, like playing drums?
Okay.
Was it mainly like your parents or?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All parents, all parents. CD collection, vinyl collection.
God.
You guys stop whistling in the background. Go
on. What was the? Yeah, all the
what?
You listen to what your parents listen to up to a point. I remember the first band I started listening to that was my own, and that was Radiohead. I think it was Radio, and to be honest, Franz Ferdinand would have been like that mid-2000s golden era where it was all like guitar bands. Golden era, in my opinion, where it was all just like indie guitar bands with like tight suits on and that. It was a hilarious time. And they were all on. What's that?
No. Not that time. So like the Strokes and stuff. I'm into. The thing I don't like, the thing that loses me is like by the time it gets to Kaiser Chiefs. I don't know. It's just that side of things. I don't know.
I understand what you mean, and believe me, I hold the Strokes in a 10 out of 10 regard to a Kaiser Chiefs. I've got to be honest, 6 out of 10 because I predict a riot. Come on down here, the modern way, break a leg. If you're talking about good tunes, you talk about Ruby.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So these guys are famous for a reason.
You just read them off like that.
Okay. Go on.
I learned Ruby. I learned the solo when I was 11. My guitar teacher said, "Hey, look at this," and he showed me. And I remember I was learning this solo. One of the first things I ever learned. I was like, "This solo sucks." I already knew it.
Sure. Listen, I haven't listened to Ruby since it was on music channels every single day when it came out. I haven't listened to it a lot since then. But it was fucking great, man.
I think it's still got legs.
It's got legs.
Definitely got legs.
Loads of that sort of like. I remember being really into. I don't know if you remember Maximo Park.
Yeah,
remember those guys?
I do. Yeah.
I used to love that band. From Newcastle, yeah. And they're still. I heard a song they released the other day. It's brilliant. Used to be really into that. The Maccabees I used to love, and the Future Heads. All these kind of like white guitar bands from England. That was kind of. I remember that, as I was saying, that's when I first like started getting a handle by myself while also having the backing of my mum and dad's record collection of the Beatles and Fairport and Nick Jones and all these guys, John Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And then then I sort of became a drummer. And then that, because my dad was a drummer, so I'd always banged on his drums.
Right.
And then that kind of and then I picked up a guitar when I was about 15 and started instantly picking. Because I just thought I thought it looked impressive. I obviously thought it sounded good, but it looked really good. I was really, and Richard Thompson, I was just about getting into at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, so inferior to anything verging on what he could play. Especially because he does like a pick, and he plays with these fingers, hybrid picking.
Right.
So he's got a plectrum and then...
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's mad.
It's really, really impressive.
This is so hard.
Richard is like one of the best guitarists in England,
Right.
and writes a Demons tune,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a really distinctive voice.
Crazy voice.
So yeah, and then I played drums, and then me and James both went to this music state school in Edinburgh called Broughton. And then we both came to Manchester on a wing and a prayer. Didn't really. It was like I applied for Glasgow, St Andrews, and Edinburgh to do philosophy and Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did not get into any of those.
So then you go...
Seriously wrong decision. But then I managed to get this unconditional offer from. Well, me and James both got these unconditional offers from the RNCM. Mm-hmm. And then we were like, okay, I guess we're going to England then. And then
So mad, isn't it?
And then we came down,
What could have been?
Yeah, exactly.
Great. What could have been? Could have been very different. I could have very easily decided to not go into further education at all.
Yeah.
And I'd be one of those dickheads in Spain with dreadlocks and thinking I've got all the answers.
No.
I don't think I would have done that. My parents told me quite well.
Nice, man.
But then I started singing, and then it's mad. What was the question?
Should we go for it?
Where are we?
Should we go for another break?
Yeah, I'm loving. How long are we? Are we going on for?
I think we'll do another break and then we'll have another little chat and then we'll wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, it's just nice to chat to you too.
You know what, Will? It's been lovely. It's been a really, really good episode
and
1.
Guys, of course.
Episode 1.
Oh no!
Hang on, let's try it again. Hang on, wait for it. Camera 2's gone. Okay, it's been a great episode 1 of the Kicking Back podcast. I've been here with William Jaquet, the man, Matthew Campbell. We're going to go for a little break. The wolf. The man lurking in the back. We're going to go for a quick break. Are we doing music from our RecRooms performances? Okay, well, what you're going to see next is some performances from our RecRooms live stream. So if you like the little snippets that we're going to play now, you can go back on our Twitch channel and you can watch them back for the next couple of weeks. And whilst you're there, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel because that would really help us. So enjoy this music. We'll be back in a short little while for a bit more chat and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. So, enjoy the music. See you in a bit.
This next tune is called Haven't Told You, and because we're doing this kind of in the future, or in the past, I can't actually work out whether or not this is going to be out by the time this streams. But
anyway,
it
it's
might
our
be
next
out.
single.
It's our next single. And it's called Haven't Told You. I'm just going to tune up quick.
singing. I'm drumming on the wheel, you got your feet on the dashboard. Pick another CD before the last chord. The windows are down and the rain's pouring in. For a second we look eyes in the rearview mirror. I quickly look the other way. Can we keep on driving around for a bit? 'Cause I haven't told you how I feel yet. You say you're feeling restless. Wanna play a game. Close your eyes. You point, I'll drive. If we crash, then you can pay. Turn it up, I wanna hear you singing. I'm drumming on the wheel, you got your feet on the dashboard. Pick another CD before the last chord. The windows are down and the rain's pouring in. For a second we lock eyes in the rearview mirror. I quickly look the other way. Can we keep on driving around for a bit? 'Cause I haven't told you how I feel yet. I'm drumming on the wheel, you got your feet on the dashboard. Pick another CD before the last chord. The windows are down and the rain's pouring in. For a second we lock eyes in the rearview mirror. I quickly look the other way. Can we keep on driving around for a bit? 'Cause I haven't told you how I feel yet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lady, my soul stirs. I will lay down the soldiers that guard my beating heart till the end. And maybe we'll wander through rose storms and thunder, or guide your beating heart till the end, and the bow will break the waves in two, and the sounds we make will stay in tune. I'll be the boy and you can be the lady. my soul stress fades away when we're careless. You'll guide my beating heart till the end. And lady, my soul stress, shake the weight from your shoulders. Guard your beating heart till the end. And if you need guidance too, I'll bring the breaking of the day for you. Just call me boy, and I will call you lady.
June damp and green moss, like stones are soft, and rain falls and we fall, and leaves drop from a tree. Tide turns and turns me, and rain falls and we fall, and heat waves and heat waves and heat waves. Long days and long days and long days. Heat waves and heat waves and heat waves. Moisture on soft skin. Breathe heavy, words thin. Earth turns and we turn, and sky blue and grass brown. Dust road and dust town, and earth burns and we turn, and heat waves and heat waves and heat waves. Long days and long days and long days. Heat waves and heat waves.
episode 1 of the Kicking Back podcast. I'm here with William Jaquet from Big Society and Matthew Campbell, a guy that I know.
Why, mate?
You just heard some music from our RecRooms live sessions, which have been going on the past couple of weeks. So you can find the full performances on our Twitch channel. And whilst you're there, if you want to subscribe, that will help us a lot as well. We can't what yet? Sorry. We can't subscribe yet, but we can follow us, can't they?
We need 50 followers.
So basically we need to get 50 followers on our Twitch, and then we can start doing some cool stuff with it, apparently.
That won't be long.
No, we're getting there, aren't we? We're not far off.
We've got 27.
Come on down here.
Woo!
Good old Harry Gummery to subscribe to the watching, but not subscribe.
Yeah, Harry Gummery.
Come on down here,
please.
Gums.
Come on, get subscribed, get stuck in. Right, Will, for this final segment. Plans for next year?
Plans for next year, release some lots more Big Society material, which we've been steadily preparing this year. Hopefully gig as a band. Personally, hopefully gig anyway with other people. Go clubbing.
Yeah.
Get a driving license. You?
Me? My plan next year is to expand on this, obviously. So
this
more.
could be something huge.
I think there's a lot of interesting people that we can talk to. Because I don't want to just get like musicians on. I want to get like painters and like other creative people and just like talk about the process.
And decorators.
Yeah, man, anything. And do you know what I mean? And then like so. As we've had like Will's live performance video, we'd have like them maybe demonstrating something or doing a little painting, or do you know what I mean? Just something,
fixing a video of him fixing.
Yeah, a little instructional video, or a cook, a chef. They can make a little something. You know?
Come on!
That's what I mean. It's all like this channel, or the Kicking Back podcast, is all about talking to creative people and just like their process and just getting to know them and like sort of because I find that stuff really interesting.
You can delve in deep into any subject.
Exactly, and it's always just good to know where their influences come from. It's good for you just to like all the stuff. I'm definitely gonna watch this back and just like pick up on the stuff that you were talking about, like different artists and stuff, because there's so much stuff you talked about that I'm never even heard of that we're going to check out.
It's so, yeah.
It's just like a little bank of creative knowledge.
In this life,
go on.
Here we go.
There's so much to learn, so much to gain, so much to experience from those who you surround yourself with.
It's true, man.
I remember a time when I was not so inspired. Started surrounding myself with interesting people, go-getters, creatives, people at ease with themselves. I learned, man. I learned. And that's what this country is built on.
Great British values.
Learning
things.
True, man.
Learning from past mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the British way, man.
It is now, yeah.
It is, man. Matt, what's your plan for next year? What are you hoping to achieve?
I'm going to record an album.
Yo! So for those
really?
of you who don't know, Matt is an awesome guitarist, and you do like your nice folky
things, so yeah.
fingerstyle guitar. So is that what it's going to be, that kind of vibe?
Yeah, just anything like that. I'm hoping to just like play everything and sing and just do.
You're going to sing it too?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe like half of it or something, just enough. Yeah, it's just like I've been messing around doing it for ages, like undercover, but I just want to like put something out there, even if it's just
a big step to put things.
Yeah, exactly.
In public space.
Yeah, and it like not with the goal of really doing anything with it, but just like gigging it live, not promoting it too much, but just treating it as like music for the sake of music.
Yeah,
so.
You know what thing I always think back of, like when you're like creating stuff and like obviously there's always that pressure to like for it to do well, and obviously like, we've all had that experience where you put something out and it's just like flop. Do you know what I mean? But then like the way I always think about it is like it's something that like in however many years you can look back on, and it's like something like just a nice little piece of history, even if it's not doesn't become anything.
Yeah,
it's something that you can look back and be like, I did that.
It's a body of work.
Exactly.
And then you look to people you admire, and loads of them will have that first album that no one had heard.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone does at some point.
It's the part of the journey.
And if 3 people listen to it and really, really enjoy it, and everyone else listens to it, it's like, that's still something, isn't it? It's still something worth.
Yeah, and they will, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
Also, you've got a certain quality control, which is always helpful.
It was kind of why I've not done it yet, because it was like, I know I'll do it better. Like if I just keep practicing, you know.
But if you're in a position where you want to put something out, then presumably you're going to be like, I'm going to make sure this is really good.
Yeah, to be honest, I was hoping to kind of do this year, but then with COVID and everything, it's not a good headspace to be worrying about something, is it? But yeah, that's my goal.
So have you been writing stuff? Then?
Yeah, or just always recording like little half songs and things. So it's more just kind of putting it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe like 5 or 6 songs, something like that.
Come on.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm definitely gonna leave it late next year as well, obviously. But yeah, I always love hearing stuff like, you know, Foy Vance. I think he was at least 26 when he did his first thing, and kind of when he gets asked why, he's like, I was just sort of
Just
like,
happened.
yeah.
It was how
It took me a while.
It
Yeah.
was a moment in time. He's got a podcast.
Does
I
he?
listened to it the other day. Yeah,
What's it
it's
called?
brilliant. It's called The Vinyl Supper. So the
Ooh.
concept is
That's a good name.
you pick you pick 3-course meal, and you pair each course with a song.
Oh, nice.
So we had Bruce Coburn on the other day, which was
Right.
brilliant. Bruce Coburn was particularly like dismissive and grumpy. It was brilliant. And then he had Josh Groban.
Who's Josh Groban?
Oh,
Sorry.
Josh Groban is like he's kind of like a Michael Bublé kind of figure.
Okay.
Wait, he did that Winter. There's a tune from Scrubs. Did I just make that up?
I don't know. Probably.
Maybe don't.
He's very
watch that.
funny though.
Okay.
He did this thing on Jimmy Kimmel once where he was releasing a fake album of Kanye West's tweets, which I very much recommend scoping that out on the internet. It's fantastic. But yeah, I love Foy Vance.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And I figure I totally understand what you mean by him coming to it late. Like I remember I first saw him play live at Greenbelt Festival in 2011 or something, and he was just him and because he was like a master looper back in the day. And he did that song "Be the Song," and I was like, and I just got brought to it on a whim by a pal, and he started doing this song, and I was like, okay, this guy sounds like someone I'll be listening to in the future.
Is that Foy Vance?
Foy Vance,
Man, I met him because he did a gig at the College of Music, didn't he?
In the what one?
At College of Music.
Did he?
At the college,
Really?
And I was on another gig doing some sound engineering stuff, and I had a little chat with him outside. He's a lovely fellow.
Really cool guy.
Very chilled.
Yeah, good
Very
drinker as well.
Great
apparently,
drinker. Yeah. He's great, man. And then I could hear it like through the, because you know the concert hall they've got in the RNCM. They like rigged it out with like this massive line array and everything, and it was just him, like, and just guitar, and then there's a grand piano there, but it sounded so.
Yeah.
Man, if you haven't checked out Foy Vance, definitely check him out. I'd probably start with The Wild Swan. That's probably a good starting album.
Yeah. The first one I listened to was the one before that, which was
Which
called
one's that?
The Joy of Nothing.
Oh yeah.
But Wild Swan's really good. Has that not got the one at the end with the when I need to get home,
Guiding Light.
you're my guy. Or is that Joy of Nothing?
Yeah, I think it's Joy of Nothing.
And then somehow Ed Sheeran pops up on that song. Oh.
He's back.
But God bless him, he sounds quite good on it. But yeah, I didn't realise he played at the RNCM. That concert hall it sounds incredible. The first gig I saw in that concert hall was Alt J, and we were in, and they'd put out a message to the pop course. And I was in first year at the time because they wanted a choir, so we were on. We did a little choir thing for Alt J on the. And then we went out drinking with them afterwards, and I remember it was my first sort of experience of like hanging out with the cool band. We went to bloody Font as well, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can sort it. Next tour you come, I can sort it out with the choir, man. Just take the number down, I'll sort it out." I'm in first year.
You're the guy to know.
The choir guy.
Wow.
Amazing.
Incredible. So, before we wrap this up, Will, is there anything you want to say to our adoring fans out there? All how many of them, James?
There's 11
11?
left.
There's 11 left.
11, the 11 people that
11's
are
all
still
I
watching.
need.
By the way, thank you for watching. Very, very kind of you. Didn't have to spend your
Seriously.
Friday night this way, and you did. And I hope you enjoyed it. Will, any last thoughts?
Well, I hope you listen again to this podcast because it's really good. It's very nice to be here. I guess, guys, listen, let's just, let's see out this year together, eh? Come on. Let's see it out. Hand in hand, drink,
Make sure
water,
you wash your hands.
wash your hands, masks. But come on now.
Have it.
Let's have a smile into 2021, shall we not?
I think a nice bright ending to the year would be lovely, wouldn't it?
I don't see why not.
I think it's entirely feasible.
Matthew, any final words?
Any final
I'm
thoughts?
just look forward to seeing you all again when this all blows over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but any final words?
Final words. Obviously, being a part of this pretty massive house now, we're going to have a huge house party next summer.
Only when it's legal, sorry.
When it's legal.
When it's legal.
Legal disclaimer. But
We are not the sort of people that do that.
No.
When it's illegal.
when it's legal. But by next summer, it should be fine.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking like late August.
You're publicising this party, are you?
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so,
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying. Doing.
Just want to say we're having a big
On
massive
this date,
party.
you better be
Day
there.
will be. No, I'm just saying it'll be so nice to get back to all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that because it's nice to see other people outside of
I know.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew?
I know.
I don't know.
Who knew, man?
Well, I think.
Mentioning his painting album artwork.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a good spot to mention actually. So we're going to be doing on this podcast. We're going to be doing a little January giveaway, and it's going to be a tea cozy. Probably won't be like this one, but it's going to be a similar sort of style that you can win. Along with, I don't know, it's already a thing, but I thought it was my own idea. Mug cozies.
Yo,
Yeah.
come on down
No,
here.
I'm thinking like dark green with like little bubbles all over it because it'd be perfectly impractical, but like charming.
I think that might just be the best idea I've ever heard in my life.
Like I'd pay for one of those. Do you know what I mean? But you don't have to if you do our little giveaway. Wow, little segue.
So what is it? It's a prize, is
So
it?
yeah, so you're gonna be able to win a tea cozy, some mug cozies, sort of like similar matching style, and then also we're going to be doing some. We're on this camera. We're going to be doing some painted artwork as well. Have we confirmed what artwork we're doing yet?
Well, it's whatever album artworks we would like, but probably room.
It seems like we're going to be doing some. So James' dad's going to be doing some painted artwork of Rumours, and he's a very, very good.
Yeah, I've seen some of his
good,
stuff. The Pink Floyd stuff he did before.
Yeah.
It feel like the exact same thing, man.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to win that. So cozies, mug cozies, a little bit of artwork. Doesn't that sound bloody?
I'll write you a tune. You can buy one. I'll write a tune for this
Okay.
podcast, and you can buy it.
I like it.
Right, there we go. We've had it in recorded history.
I'll do that,
yeah,
man.
do it, man. Like a little jingle. Maybe
Sure.
like a
Sure. I'll do
Right,
I'll do a
teapot.
ditty, and I'll do a 15-minute languid piece
Okay.
on the meaning of this podcast and what it hopes to achieve in the world.
That sounds awesome. So keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Definitely the first one.
Maybe the second one. Maybe. Right, okay, I think we're going to wrap it up there then. Thank you very much for watching the first ever episode of the Kicking Back podcast. We're going to be having some other guests on next week. Not sure who yet, we're just still booking stuff in. If you like what you've seen, subscribe to us on Twitch, or follow us on Twitch, and follow us on our social media to see when the next things are coming out. Thank you very, very much to William Jaquet.
Thank you.
Join us. You can find his band Big Society on all their social media. We're on this camera over here. So it's just Big Society. isn't it?
That's right. Yeah,
Search
Big
that.
Society Manchester.
They've got a new Christmas EP that's going to be coming out very, very soon.
On
If you want to,
Bandcamp, yeah.
they haven't got a name for it yet, so leave some comments for some name suggestions. You never know; it might be the one that gets picked.
That's right,
We've had the wonderful Matthew Campbell here as the guy in the back, the wolf in the back. You'll be seeing more of him on this podcast when we're interviewing some more people. Well, right? Let's sum up this podcast in 3 words.
Get groove, Jackson.
Like it. Nice. Matt, 3 words.
Will Jaquet rocks.
Very nice. I'm
so
going to go with that went all right. Right. Sound. Okay. Thank you very much for watching episode 1. Remember to follow us on Twitch and we will see you soon. Bye. Woo! Woo! Bye.